Here we have 2 testes that were nicely isolated. Hair was taken away. There we go. Pictures for everybody. Don't let anybody get a hold of your phones. They're going to think you're crazy weird.
You're a skinny cat with testes.
Yeah. So, 2 testes right here. Penis is up here. I would isolate that. It just looks like a thin white tube once the hair is removed. Similar to the testes. They'll be similar in color. But it's pretty straightforward on males. For females, so for males, which one of those structures that I just said is going to be the gonad?
The testes.
What's a gonad in females?
Ovaries.
So the female gonads, and then the other one, where's the other one? Here it is. It's way down here. These are kind of gimpy ovaries. Gimpy uterus. The other one's down here.
Are you taking pictures?
Yeah, there's a little picture button right there.
So here's 1 ovary. Here's 2 ovaries. Cats don't really have fallopian tubes so much. It just goes straight into the uterus. Uterus in cats is adapted for having litters. So this whole tube down here, both tubes leading from the ovaries, are going to be uterus. So uterus goes all the way down here, and from this side all the way down here. And these 2 tubes connect. And where they connect, and that single tube that goes down from there, is the vagina in the cat. So it makes like a big Y. So the 2 arms of the Y would be uterus, and the straight part would be the vagina. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not really fallopian tubes on cats. Mm-mm.
So does the 2 things connect as one when she's pregnant? Like the 2 ends of the Y?
Mm-mm.
So there's multiple cats in each section?
Mm-hmm.
That's so cute. Wow.
Yep.
I want to see.
Yeah.
Like a video or something.
I'm sure you could find pictures of it. Yeah. But I do
That's
have
a bladder.
pictures.
2 on one side. And that's it for the cat?
That's
Like
it for
8 on one
reproductive
side.
system on the cat.
Okay.
Any questions about male-female reproductive systems on cat? Let me look at this piece better.
Are you going to do it sort of
Like last
do you
time where
know what I
it's
was gonna do?
kind of more head to toe,
Yeah, I will try to go, and just so it's easy to see the number.
kind of trace down
Yeah. So here's 1 kidney. It got removed. Students in my lab have fun sometimes. Yeah, might as well use this one. Oh, there's 1 isolated. Here it is. Here it is. They isolated 1, but not the other. Alright, so this one's covered in fatty tissue, but this one's not. These are both the kidneys, though.
There we go.
Yeah, blood vessel burst, that's why it's all blue. Oh, and they opened it up, too. There we go. So there's a kidney. I would ask you for specific structures on a much larger kidney. So kidneys make urine. Urine is drained into the ureters, right? It's kind of hard to see here. They're all buried in this adipose tissue. But if we go down to this pouch, which is the urinary bladder right here, you can see the 2 tubes connect to the urinary bladder right here and right here. So here are your 2 ureters. And then the tube that leads from the urinary bladder to the outside of the body. I really should have brought a scalpel. It's right down here. This is going to be the urethra, right? Mm-hmm. So be careful not to confuse, lots of U words, careful not to confuse urethra and ureter, right? Ureter connects the kidneys to the bladder. Urethra is the tube that discharges urine from the bladder to the outside of the body. Yeah.
Will you point out the urethra one more time?
Mm-hmm. This tube right here.
Okay.
Under the bladder?
Mm-hmm. Right there.
Are you doing just urinary stuff with the cat?
Right now we've just done urinary system and reproductive system.
Oh.
And I can go over all that again too. you guys want to go over that. Alright, so there's a cortex and a medulla. What's the lighter area?
Cortex.
Cortex. Darker area?
Medulla.
Medulla. Medulla is sectioned into
Pyramids.
regions called pyramids, right? So I'll be very careful on my wording and or my labeling. If I'm asking you for this specific area, then you're going to say
Pyramid.
pyramid. If I'm asking you for this entire dark colored region, you would say
Medulla.
medulla. So you're going to have lots of nephrons are at this border, making lots of urine. It's all going to drain right here. Each individual renal pyramid is going to drain into a
Minor calyx.
minor calyx. That's right. So if I were to label a minor calyx, I would put it right on the other side of a renal pyramid, right on the other side. Several minor calyces will drain into a
Major calyx.
major calyx. And there's really no specific line of demarcation, so I will be very careful with the pen. If it's right here, right on the other side, that's going to be minor calyx. If I put it more in the middle right here, that would be major calyx. Each major calyx will then drain into this large area called the renal pelvis. And there's a question earlier, renal pelvis versus the hilum. The hilum is this indented area right here. The renal pelvis is located within the renal hilum, the indented area. Also remember that there is a capsule that surrounds the kidney all the way around on the outside of the cortex. I think that's pretty much it. In this one you still have the lighter cortex area, darker medulla broken up into pyramids, minor calyces, major calyces, pelvis. Same structures, but it looks just a little bit different.
And you said you're going to try to...
If I were to ask you for the hilum, I'd probably have to have some sort of bracket or something for this whole indented area, versus if I stick a pin right in here, it's going to be pelvis.
Okay.
Or a bracketed area that is this region just by itself. That would be a pyramid. I'd probably have to change the wording. Like I would have to say something like, what is the entire darker colored region where the pin is located, or something like that.
If not, you could, well, other option I always give you is lessen the multiple choices, and then we'll probably know what you're focusing on. I know it sounds like really easy,
I do
but I'm
do
just
that
saying that
sometimes. If I think that there might be where you could easily confuse them and both answer. If you were to say this is renal pyramid or renal medulla, both would technically be correct. So sometimes I do selectively reduce multiple choice options. Not too much though.